From 2013 to 2023, the world has witnessed an unprecedented descent into societal dysfunction. The impact of the feminist movement is evident in the transformation of Western women's lives, with promises of freedom from men resulting in dissatisfaction with their jobs, and an emerging trend of loneliness leading to the stereotype of crazy, lonely cat ladies. Though many women may not openly admit it due to societal taboos, a gradual realization may unfold as our culture becomes more conservative in the coming years. As women acknowledge their need for men, it is likely to become a popular narrative rather than an absolute truth. The current trend of advocating for equality may face challenges, as women might find true equality discomforting when put into practice by men. This could lead to a decline in the prominence of feminism. However, a shift towards neo-traditionalism may occur if women, in recognizing their need for assistance, reach out to men for help. As men respond and traditional relationships are re-established, a new form of neo-traditionalism may emerge. In this evolving landscape, women may express concern for men, initiating a renewed dialogue and potentially reshaping societal dynamics. Therefore, it is incredibly unreasonable for women to make assertions such as what men bring to the table. The very sustenance on one's plate, encompassing meat and vegetables, is likely a product of men's efforts on farms. Men play a pivotal role in cultivating the agricultural products that adorn tables. Additionally, the infrastructure facilitating daily life, from water mains for kettles to house roofs, is crafted by men. The beer complementing meals, often produced in breweries operated by men, further highlight their contributions. Men lay foundations and build homes, creating the backdrop for everyone, including women, to enjoy meals nurtured by their labor. Throughout their lives, men are traditionally expected to fulfill diverse roles, dedicating themselves to providing, protecting, and assisting women. Despite societal expectations, many high-value men find joy and satisfaction in meeting these roles, deriving a solid sense of purpose. This sense of duty is intrinsic to their nature, and high-value men take pride in being providers. However, a crucial question arises: why do women continue to expect so much from men, especially when advocating for equality and acknowledging historical oppression? The issue lies in the perceived entitlement of modern women who may not fully recognize the efforts and sacrifices made by men. A noticeable disparity exists between women's expectations and their discourse on equality, often marching with equality flags while relying on others to handle various responsibilities. This apparent hypocrisy in expectations should be acknowledged. While advocating for equal treatment, women should reflect on their expectations, ensuring consistency in their actions and beliefs.
Modern women often wield manipulation as their primary weapon against men, a tactic ingrained in them since their teenage years and likely persisting throughout their lives. Motivated by a sense of entitlement, they frequently employ manipulative strategies to elicit desired outcomes, attempting to sway emotions and opinions in their favor. From coaxing gifts to accepting other relationships, influencing relocation decisions, and shaping beliefs, the range of manipulative endeavors seems limitless. This approach often finds success with more vulnerable men who, driven by a singular pursuit, endure mistreatment for the sake of their desires, falling prey to women's intentional or inadvertent manipulations. Contrary to such tendencies, men must recognize that women's unjustified entitlement is unwarranted in contemporary society. There is no need for men to make exceptions for women who fail to grasp their rightful place. When confronted with unjustified or erroneous claims stemming from women's inflated egos and entitlement, men must assert themselves and ensure that women are reminded of their place in society. It is imperative to challenge and correct such behavior, fostering a balanced and equitable dynamic between the genders. The entire discourse on equality creates the impression that women seek only partial equality. While desiring equal opportunities, women are often selective in the sectors they wish to engage with. For instance, there is a reluctance among women to work in traditionally male-dominated fields like construction, even as they advocate for equality. Discussions around equality often focus on leadership roles in sectors such as business and defense, rather than embracing roles in industries that require strenuous physical labor or challenging conditions. The modern narrative promoted by some women suggests that they can function in societies without the presence of men, which may misinform young women about the challenges and hard work required for true equality. The question arises, will women be willing to work in sectors such as sewers or mining, enduring conditions that men have traditionally faced to provide for their families? Or is the desire primarily to emulate the CEO role? This selective approach to equality raises concerns about hypocrisy and gender politics. While women advocate for a larger share of advantages, it often places a heavier burden on men, expecting them to work harder. Some men are recognizing this imbalance and opting out, which complicates the fight for equality by women who genuinely seek it. True equality would mean men and women competing on equal terms and living together with shared characteristics. However, the reality is that not all women desire to adopt traditionally male characteristics, and the concept of femininity should not be dismissed. The current approach, which often involves women displaying vulnerability to encourage men to take charge, risks creating a skewed dynamic. In response to this, some men may choose to go their own way, seeking alternative reasons for existence beyond defending women. The push for power by women may lead to a reevaluation of gender dynamics, with men exploring paths that go beyond the traditional roles defined in a gendered society. If women no longer require our protection, why do we persist? Women desire the companionship, care, and emotional support of men, yet simultaneously wish to convey a sense of independence. It seems the individual who underwent a gender transition may not have fully grasped this complexity. The feminist movement, in its commitment to freeing women from traditional roles, has had a detrimental impact on the lives of many Western women. Contrary to the notion of complete independence, women find themselves dissatisfied with their professional lives, often leading to feelings of loneliness and a trajectory towards a solitary existence. Although they may not openly acknowledge it due to societal taboos, a realization may dawn as our culture evolves into a more conservative state in the coming years. The persistence of men in women's lives raises the question, if women no longer need protection, what role do men play? Women seek men to be by their side, offering care and a listening ear, all while maintaining an illusion of self-sufficiency. This nuanced dynamic appears to have eluded the understanding of the individual who underwent a gender transition. The feminist promise of liberation from traditional gender roles, intended to empower women, has, in reality, adversely affected the lives of a significant number of Western women. Women may find themselves more dependent on men than they realize, especially as workplace dissatisfaction leads some towards a solitary existence that remains unacknowledged due to societal stigmas. The recognition of this discontent may only become apparent in the future, as our culture gradually embraces more conservative values. In response to this, women may suddenly express concern for men, potentially seeking a return to conventional relationships. Within the men's rights movement, which aims to revive traditional relationships, various traditions exist. However, feminists often limit the narrative to two options, ignoring alternatives that challenge gynocentric perspectives. Rather than choosing between two unsatisfactory options, some men opt to disengage from such circumstances. The challenge lies in predicting when men will decide to cut off interactions with women. Feminists, aware of this trend, hesitate to disclose it, fearing the loss of devoted followers. Instead, they mock men who make independent choices, portraying them as preferring other men or labeling them as misogynists. Modern women's expectations of equality often diverge from a true 50-50 partnership, as they may resist paying their fair share or engaging in equally hazardous work. The desire for constant assistance from men raises questions about the equality they advocate. The observed shift from 2013 to 2023 towards a dysfunctional society is noted as a concerning trend in contemporary life. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership and super chat. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.